So first, let us see how to copy key pairs from one region to another region. Let's say now we are in Ohio region. So we were launching EC2 instance in Ohio region and connecting, right? Let's say if I go for a different user, a different region like Asia Pacific, Mumbai, right? So I'm going to Mumbai. Now, if I launch a EC2 instance here, let me launch an instance here. Go to Amazon, select T2 Micro. So you will have a default VPC. You will not have all your VPCs because whatever the VPC you have created, it is in Ohio region. So now even though you create in a default VPC, and if you go to security groups and select default security group, launch. So when you say review and launch, there are no key pairs found, right? But what is your requirement? Your requirement is you need to use your August 1st batch key pair key only. So for that, what you can do is, so go to your key pair. So for example, this one. So this is your PEM is your private key, right? So open your putty generator. Import your key. So which is the PEM file, and save the public key first here. So what exactly we need to keep in EC2 here? Let me cancel this one. So if you come here, we are in Mumbai region. Under Mumbai region, we need to keep a key pair, right? So if you go to key pairs here what exactly you need to keep? Here you need to keep your public key, so that whenever you launch a EC2 mission, your current public key, what is there in Ohio region, if it is there in Mumbai region also, if you are selecting the same public key when you are launching EC2 mission, then your EC2 mission will be accessed with your private key of August 1st. Correct. So we have discussed this in our second EC2 first session. Okay, let me explain that again.
Harish, can you repeat this last sentence that you made?
Yeah. So if you see here, so this is Mumbai region and this Ohio region. Okay. So we know, right? We have discussed about asymmetric encryption.
Yeah.
So here what exactly happens is two keys will be generated. One is public key and one is private key. Public key will be with EC2 mission. So this Amazon will take care to allocate this public key to EC2 mission. Now let's assume this is as Ohio region. So Ohio region. So now in Ohio region, you have what we have created. We have created August 1st key. So correct, August 1st key. So let me go to Ohio region and show you that. So if you go to key pairs, so this is what we have created in this one. So when you create this key pair, what exactly happens? We know that one public key will be generated. This public key will be assigned to EC2 missions, and you will be downloading one PEM file. Okay, this PEM file is nothing but your private key, right? So this PEM file, if you are accessing from Linux, you will directly use as it is. Suppose if you want to access from Windows machine, you will convert this PEM file to PPK file using putty generator. Everyone aware about this process, right? Now, when you are transferring this file to another location, for Mumbai location, what exactly happens is, so go to your Mumbai location now. So in your Mumbai location also, you need to keep the public, already private key you have in your local mission. Now what you need to keep here? Here you need to keep your public key, which will be, whenever you launch EC2 mission, this public key will be fed into that EC2 missions. That is what we are going to do now. So if you see this diagram here, so this is our Ohio region. So similarly, this Mumbai region, okay. Now we have public key here and a private key. This is your private key, right? and public key is already stored inside this Ohio region here. Okay, so now whenever you launch a EC2 mission of related to this August 1st key pair, any missions, let's assume 3 missions you launch, and if these 3 missions are associated with this public key, then you will directly use August 1st PPK and you will be logging in as a user for this EC2 missions, correct? Now, if you want to replicate the same setup in Mumbai, what key you need to copy paste inside EC2 server here? I mean, inside your EC2 dashboard.
Public key.
Yeah, so we need to copy public key, but we don't have public key. What we downloaded is PM file, right? We downloaded PM file. From this we created PPK file. Both of these files are file formats of private key, but how to generate public key from this private key? So go to your putty generator again. So let me remove this one. Yeah. So yeah, so here is a putty generator. So click on import. Let me close this one. So go to conversions, import key, and here you import PM file, which is a private key of your August 1st key pair. So here you have an option for save public key, right? So click on the save public key and save this file. So when you save this file, here I'm saving this file as August 1st key public key, I'll say public key. So I'm saving this public key inside this folder. Now you can see this August 1st public key, right? Now come to your Mumbai, Ohio region here.
Harish, so this file doesn't get any extension specific like
No.
those
No.
or PPK file?
No, you will not get any extension. So it is just in public key. So this is your Mumbai location. Go to your key pairs. Go to actions. Click on import key pair. Okay. So let's give the name as August 1st key pair. Click on browse, and now you give your public key here. August 1st. So August 1st public key. So when you import, you will get your public key here. So now give a name for this one. Okay. So your import should be successful. So when you import, so you already have a key pair here. Now when you launch a EC2 mission, right, inside this region, Mumbai region, you should be able to log in with our actual private key, which we used in Ohio region also. So T2 micro. So everything is in default now. So only. Okay, all traffic is there. Launch. So we are selecting August 1st key pair. Earlier we've seen that no key pair was available, right? Now here we can see that August 1st key pair is available here. So go to your EC2 missions. So copy your mission IP address. So now you can try. So here we are using our normal private key, which we are using in Ohio region, right? So yeah. It's taking too much time. So let us check the security group, default security group, whether it is allowing SSH or not. Yeah. EC2 user. This something which is related to network is something which is related to key, right? It will say the server has refused the key or some exception. So now if it is not connecting, it is something related to our default network or might be some root tables. So, okay. Let's check the root table here. Okay. Yeah, the subnet associations are not done. So associate the subnet here. Now try resetting this one.
That was the default root tables which we tried using, right, Harish?
Yeah, Namita. So this is a new region, right? Mumbai region. With this account, we never logged in.
Yeah.
So by default,
And
the AWS will provide all those. So even yeah. So all good. Yeah. Let's go to security. Yeah. So anywhere all traffic. So you can see that security group was disabled only from particular subnet. So sudo user. So now we have control over this particular different region of EC2 with our key pair which we are using for earlier region, right? Ohio region. So queries here. So what we have done, so we were already in Ohio region. Initially we created a key pair in AWS, right? When we created key pair, one public key will be there in always in EC2 dashboard, okay? So whenever you launch a EC2 mission, this public key will be assigned to this EC2 mission. So if you're using this public key, August 1st public key, this is. So if you're using August 1st public key, you need to use August 1st private key in order to access this particular EC2 mission. This is what we were following till now. Now you want to use the same private key in different region. So key pairs are region specific, right? So if you want to use the same private key in different region, what exactly we need to do? We need to replicate the same set what is available here. So we are copying the first we generated from private key, we generated public key and saved in some location. So then we went to Mumbai region. So here under key pairs, we have imported this public key. So once you import this public key, your key is set up. Now you are launching a EC2 mission. So for this EC2 mission, already this public key is assigned here. So if you want to access this EC2 mission, now already we have a private key which we use in our day-to-day basis. Using this private key, we have access this EC2 mission. Any questions here? So
So
this,
Harish,
yeah,
using Mac, sorry,
so yeah,
if I have to use Mac,
yeah. So
we,
same,
I mean,
August 1st dot pm file is there, right?
correct?
So if you go here, so August 1st pm file. So this is the one we will be using even for
That's
another,
right.
yeah. So any questions here?
Harish,
Yeah,
in the same here region, you have used the public and private keys, right?
yeah.
While you are doing that, and first in time, it's a timeout has been happened by enabling what it has been connected. By the way, Harish, that part,
So
it's a little.
yeah, so in security groups under
Uh-huh.
inbound rules,
Uh-huh.
so now if you see here, we allowed complete traffic, right? Earlier there was a custom IP
Uh-huh.
range, IP-CADR range,
Uh-huh.
where only from internal range they were allowing to go for the inbound rules. Now here we allowed from external traffic. That's the reason it got connected. Okay, see, when in this is the first time we are accessing Mumbai region. When we access any region by default VPC will be there, default security groups will be there, and default root tables will be there. So under that root tables, you need to ensure that everything is allowed. Now we are accessing from the external internet into EC2 mission, right? So
Uh-huh.
you should make sure that after your internet gateway, your routes are redirected from the external traffic. Now the current default setup, how it was like, only the internal traffic what was there in the VPC from one subnet to another subnet they were allowing. Now what we have done from the external also, we allowed to access this particular EC2 which is there inside the VPC.
What might be the use case, Harish? For to do like this, and to where exactly this particular, this asymmetric encryption is useful.
See, asymmetric encryption means every day, because symmetric encryption we had some drawbacks, right? As we discussed in our initial sessions,
Earlier
we had
sessions. Yeah.
a drawbacks. So whenever you transfer from one request to sender to receiver, in
Mhm.
between, if they know what type of algorithm, say for example, if you are using RS algorithm, if you know you are using RS algorithm, they will decode this one and they will see your message. That's the drawback here. That's the reason asymmetric encryption came here. So in asymmetric encryption, what you'll do, you'll give the public key. Public key will be shared with everyone. All the EC2 instances will have public key. But if you want to access this public key, you need to have a particular private key. And here also you will use the same algorithms, RSA key or different keys. So whenever this key pair, both the key pairs talk to each other, then only the communication will happen between two systems. That's the use case. So mostly wherever the security is the major concern, then they will be using this asymmetric encryption. And inside from private subnet to private subnet, you can use normal
Inside
user.
that way, like a public, even public key, private key, this encryption also there will be a chances of, intruders may enter and,
No, so even intruders may enter. They will not have your exact private key, right? What private? If you give your public mission inside this public mission your private key, then
okay.
only he will be releasing the data. Otherwise, he will be not releasing the data, right? So this private key is specific to you. You will have this private key, right?
Okay.
So one second, let me open this here. So this is the private key for you. You are not going to share this with anyone, right? Until you
Correct.
this is safe with you, no
Correct.
one can access the channel what you are targeting.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Fine. Thanks, Harish.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing is, let's say we are always logging with EC2 hyphen user, right? So for example, I want to create a user like Harish, and for that Harish user, I want to give an EC2, sorry, key pair, private key for him. So whatever the key which we generated is only for EC2 default user, right? Now, if I want to generate Harish user for the same mission, and for this Harish user, I want to give one private key and one public key. So that is the condition. Now, how we will do this case? Any idea? By default, what will happen here? So when you launch EC2 mission, this August 1st, let me put a new one here. You are launching EC2 mission from Ohio region only. Now, what will happen by default? The public key, what is there in this particular Ohio region, will be kept in the EC2 mission. Okay, this is a EC2 mission. Now, if you want to access this EC2 mission, you are using August 1st key. So this key is for only for EC2 user. Now I want to create one more user called Harish. Okay, for this user, I want to give this to log into this one. But okay, I'll generate private key for this user, which is fine. But how can I give public? Already EC2 mission is available here. For the same mission, I want to, for the same public key, I want to add Harish as a user. So let us see how to do that. So let's assume this is our EC2 mission. Yeah. So which we launched in Ohio region. Okay. We'll go back to Ohio region here now. Okay. Let me terminate instance before that. So when you do this lab, don't forget to terminate your EC2 instance, because once you change the location, you will not go back to that location. Even now, still you have not enabled any notifications, right? That servers are running like that. So make sure you terminate this instance. Now you can come back to our Ohio region. Okay, let us launch a EC2 mission with a default user and default key pair. August 1st. Okay, so this everyone knows, right? So to launch a EC2 mission and connect to this EC2 mission. Yeah, go to SSH authentication. So this is the key pair which we use for default user. So EC2 user. So we have logged into this particular mission. Okay. Now, if you want to add a new user, so there are some commands. You make a note when I'm trying to do now. Later, if you have any queries or if these comments are not working as expected, as have you written, then you can always go refer the video. Okay. So first is we need to add user. So give the command user add and give the username Harish. I'm giving my name. So once the user is added, so you can check whether this user is added or not. So your users will be under user password. Okay, I guess it will be in etc. Yeah. So if we see here, there is the user which we added now. Okay, already EC2 user is available. Clear? So Harish user is added now. Once the user is added, so there will be some sudo's file which is called as vi sudo. If you open this file, already users will be there under root. Let me insert. So if you come here, I guess under defaults. Yeah. If you see here, allow root to run any commands from anywhere. So even though you add user through user command, right? If you are not adding under sudo's file, your user will be not able to log in here. So let me type Harish is the username and copy paste remaining everything as it is here. Yeah. So let us take this one. You are not going to use password. You are going to use key pair. Yeah. So just remove all here and type this one. No password equal to all. So because we are using key pair to log in, right? So after doing this change modification, just save this file. Right, great. Yeah. So you have made the file changes in sudo's file, right? So just restart the services of sshd hd restart. Okay. So now you can type as password. It is under root. So Harish user is created and we have added Harish user to vi sudo file and we have restarted this service sshd one. Now let us log into Harish user. To log in that s hyphen Harish. So if you see here, now from the root, I have changed it to Harish. Clear? So once you change to Harish, right? So from here, what exactly you need to do? I will give you an overview. So now you are in a EC2 mission, which, okay, let me take that one. So you are already in EC2 mission. So in this EC2 mission, already a user, default user, EC2 hyphen user was available. Now you have added new user, Harish here. So for EC2, everything is available. So it is a like a key pair is a public key is available here. So this public key is having the record of EC2 user. So whenever EC2 user is coming with a private key, so he will be able to successfully log in here. Okay, but Harish, when I bring the same private key of EC2 user, and if I'm trying to log in with a username Harish, they will not allow me. Why? Because in this public key is told to activate only for EC2 user when he bring private key. So if you Harish want to bring, he need to bring his own private key here. So I need to create a private key for me now. And also I need to create a public key inside this EC2 user, right? So once if this public key is available, then this public key will recognize the private key what Harish is bringing. If both are matching, then only we will allow the communication between this user and this EC2 mission. Did you got the context here what we are trying to do? So
Can you please come again, Harish? Sorry,
yeah,
the
sure.
last bit.
Yeah, sure. So what exactly is happening? What exactly is happening was, so we have default user EC2 in our EC2 mission. So now we have added Harish user. So, but if I want to log in here from Putty here, if I go to Putty, and if I give Harish, and if I'm trying with this EC2 mission IP address, and if I'm using the same key of what EC2 user is using, right? So it will not allow take this user key. It says no supported authentication methods available, server sent public key, but your private key didn't match, right? This private key was for EC2 user, but we are trying to log in with Harish user here. So that's the reason, but the private key and the public key didn't match. So public key is always correct, but the private key is EC2 user private key, but you are trying to log in as Harish. That's why this authentication has failed. So now in order to get this right authentication, what you need to do, So you already have a EC2 mission here. You added the Harish username. Now you want to create a public IP address here. Sorry, public key here. So once you create the public key, then you also need to create a private key for this Harish. So now what we are going to do is we'll create one public key and we'll create a private key. So using this Harish private key, we are going to log into EC2 mission. Okay. So that is what we are going to do now. So for that, there are few sequence of steps which we are going to do now, step by step. Let's try it now. So first we need to make a folder mkdir ssh. So dot means before anything, like dot means hidden folder. SSH is the folder key what we are going to create. Secure share we are doing, right? For that we are creating. So this is a hidden folder what we are creating now. So after creating this folder, you can check. Okay, hidden folders. How can you see? ls. Yeah. So if you see here, this SSH now access is there for everyone. So now we need to change the permissions because this is you are storing your private keys and public keys, right? So you need to give access only to you. So change the permissions here. Dot SSH ls-a. Now if you see here, the permissions has been removed for group. It is there only for you. Okay. After this one, let us go inside this folder. Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, sorry for that. So we have created SSH folder. So after creating SSH folder, we have made this folder as access only for you, which has change chmod 700, right? So then only you are having right permissions for this one. Now inside this SSH folder, you need to create authorized key folder. So since there is chances that I can mistype, right? So authorized key AWS. So I'll copy this one. So let's go and create this file here. Touch. Oh. So this is the file name which you need to create, authorized keys. So this is a file which will be created inside SSH folder. Now if you see ls-al, so now you can see authorized keys files are created. So now change the permissions for this one. Chmod 600 authorized keys. Okay, now you have read-write permissions for this authorized key. Now, so two files we need, right? One is the public key and one is the private key, which we need here. So in order to generate this one, there are two ways. Okay. So first way is generate to SSH. In Linux, we have SSH keygen file. Okay. And in otherwise, you can use your PuTTY generator. So in PuTTY generator, what you will do? Okay. Go to your PuTTY generator. So click on generate. So if you see here, the progress bar is there, right? If you don't move the mouse in this area, the progress bar will stop. So keep on moving your mouse until that is completed and you will get a key here. So now you save your private key and save your public key. So if you try to save your private key, it will be like this, that PM file. And if you save your public key, it will be like this. So you would save both the keys and you can transfer this to your Linux machine. That is one way of doing. The another way is you can generate SSH inside the Linux itself. So I will use SSH key method. This key method is simple. Anyone can do right? So the other method is SSH keygen, which we are going to do now. SSH hyphen keygen. So type this command and press enter. When you press enter, now you have only how many files? One file inside your SSH folder. So now there will be total number of 3 files will be there. One is authorized keys, one is public key, okay, and one is private key. So these 3 files will be created after you execute this command, okay. So now it is asking you enter a file for, this is your private key, what it is asking, just type enter. So id.rsa will be your private key. It will ask for password if you want to give any password. I am not giving any password. I am just typing enter and enter again. So now we have generated your private key. This is similar to Git Bash, what we are doing, right? In Git Bash, how you generate your SSH key. Same way here also. Now if you do here, ls-al. So now you can see 3 files as I told. One is private key, which is, come on. Yeah. So this is pub is there, right? This is your public key. ID underscore RSA. Pub is your public key. ID underscore RSA is your private key. Okay, this is your private key. And authorized keys is nothing but your EC2 mission should contain your public key, right? That will be, should be not, currently this is empty. We have created empty file. Whatever is there in the private key should be written into this particular authorized keys. Okay. Let us see what is there inside this clear okay, cat id underscore rsa dot pub. So this is your public key. So now you need to copy this public key inside your authorized keys. Okay, so so for that what you will do, so cat id rsa dot pub into authorized keys. So now you can check authorized key data. Yeah, now your authorized key is written with a public key. So all good, right? So now we need to save this one into private key, right? So private key is generated inside Linux machine, but we want private key outside here. So what we can do, so let us open clear cat id rsa. This is our private key. So copy this private key here and put in your notepad. Save this file as, so I'm creating a folder inside desktop. Let us give as generated key pair. Okay, now you can see a folder here. Inside this folder, I have a PEM file, which I have the private key of here. Clear? Any queries here? So what we have done, so in the Linux machine, so from the beginning we'll see here. So we have added a user. Username is Harish, and we have verified whether that user is correctly added or not. So yes, that user is added. So after that, we have opened sudo's file. Under sudo's file, under root, we added Harish user, and we have given the permissions for him to log in as a root or to log in no password, with no password. Now we restarted that service SSHD. After restarting, now we need to generate public private key, right? So we have logged in as a Harish user. Till now we were in a root user, right? After creating Harish user and adding into sudo's file, we have logged in as a Harish user. After logging into Harish user, you can see this has been changed. Now we created SSH secure shell hidden folder. So after creating this one, we created a file called authorized keys. So this is the key, authorized keys. This is blank file, which is your name should be like this one, because your EC2 will search for the public key inside this authorized keys. Okay, even if you want to use another user, like say for example Chandan. So for that user, what we will do, we will inside the same authorized key, we will generate one more public key and put inside this authorized key. That's what we are going to do. So this authorized key will be empty initially. We'll be creating a, like using touch command, we have created this one. Here, this is the touch command. We have created authorized key. After creating, we have changed the permissions for these authorized keys only for you to write. And after that, there are two ways to generate your public and private keys. One is you can use your putty generator and use your public and private key. The another one is using your SSH key generator. So we have used the SSH key generator method inside Linux. Even if you are using putty generator, right? So once it is showing public key, you can copy paste public key and create id.rsa.pub one file here and paste inside authorized keys. Okay. So once you do that, it will ask for id.rs, what name you need to give. Just type enter. And if you want to give password, you can give password, otherwise type again enter. So like this, once if it is coming, your RSA algorithm has generated two keys. One is your id.rsa, which is a private key, and the other one is id.rsa.pub, which is a public key. So now total, how many files are there? Three files are there. One is authorized keys, id.rsa is a private key, and id.rsa is a public key. Now you need to copy the public key, whichever is available here, into your authorized keys. So then only your EC2 machine will recognize this private key, who is bringing this private key. For them, access will be provided. Now, once that is done, uh, okay. So then you have copied your private key inside and you have created your private key here. Now let us see how to log into EC2 mission using our private key. Any queries here?
So definitely, Harish, like that that user you have to have you are creating this other users, right? You're supposed to have a super user access, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, now let us create a new session here, and let's try to log in as Harish. Okay, and what is the authentication key we need to provide here? The private key which is generated for Harish, right? So generated key pair Harish. So this is okay. So this is your PEM file. Now you need to convert this PEM file to PPK file, right? So how do you do that? Putty generator. Load your PEM file using putty generator and save the private key. Okay, so this is your PEM file, sorry, PPK file. Good. Hope everything should be fine. Connection timeout. Strange. Okay. Okay, authorized keys has this data. So okay, do we need to restart service or what? Service service SSH D, I guess. Yep. So what we'll do, so let us create one more user and let's see with a different method now. Exit sudo it's not recognizing the key itself. Okay, let me quickly do one more user here.
Hey, Hari, but is it the same key that we actually assigned in the EC2 instance?
Yeah. So this is the EC2 instance, right? What we are already. So we created a public key here, and so this
Oh, so this public key use
public
that key which we assigned
this
there.
is the
Okay.
private key which we copied and we use. So now let us use this second method, right? There is using putty generator, we will generate one public and private key. Let us see whether this will work or not. Okay. So I'll quickly do the steps since you already know what is the method, right? User and ABCD and sudo. I guess under root access only. Yes. ABCD. Okay. So let us start service now only. Otherwise. Okay. Yeah. So home is created. Now under this home, let us create an mkdir SSH. group level 2. This is CD. So this is bit tricky only. Even I tried couple of times, then only it worked. So touch authorized underscore KEYS. Maybe we would have, while copied, we have copied space here. Let us see touch authorized keys. CH mode 600 to authorized keys. Okay, now let us not follow this method. CLS-AL VI authorized keys. Let us use putty generator to generate public private keys. Generate. Let me copy this public key. Go to your Linux machine and paste here. Right quit. So after writing authorized keys, let's check whether it is there or not first. Yes, authorized keys are there. Now let us save private key. Yep. So exit. Oh, strange. Let me check if I create nodes. Yeah, so I have not taken any nodes for this. So this is the way to generate public and private keys. So I will check on this. I guess something is missed out, either a permission access. Okay, let us check in sudo's file. Vi sudo. Okay. So same thing. Okay. Mm. So I guess there is something missing out. So this is the way we need to create. So if you have understood the concept, I will try to check what are the commands and I'll update in lab notes, which was missing out. So yeah, do you have any questions on why we are doing all those? So if you have not understood the concept, I can explain again. Otherwise, regarding this one, I'll check this one now, why it's not getting picked up, and we can.
Harish, I
Harish,
was just again, sorry, I was just wondering on that one because initially when we created that
Uh,
EC2 instance, we assigned the key and now the key that we generated for putting the value in the authorized key, are these keys same? So that's what I was a little bit confused
No,
whether they are same or.
no. So we initially we have generated with Linux, and here we have
Ah,
generated with different things. So that's fine. And
Harish, question is like we don't have any user interface like AWS interface to create users and get the respective key pair files.
no, IAM roles you cannot. You can create IAM roles and you can use your IAM roles to log into EC2 mission. But for key pairs, this is the way you need to add your key pairs.
Okay. And can't we use the single key pair whichever is generated default, right?
So see, default key
When
pair
we,
you can use for default user, right? But if we are trying to use a key pair for a specific user, like for example, SU ABCD. So for this ABCD, you want to create a public and private key, right? You cannot use a private key of August 1st, which is created for root user, right? So that's what we're
okay.
trying to do.
Okay.
Questions? It's under wheel group only. It is also on the same group. Okay. Yep, I'll check on these comments. And I
So
will.
one more thing that when we are typing this SSH hyphen gen, right? Hyphen RS is something don't we need to give
No.
like
So by
algorithm?
default algorithm is RSA. And if you want to use some EDC 11589 algorithm, you need to specifically pass arguments for SSH FNKJ.
Okay.
Default will be RSA algorithm.
Okay, fine.
So the best way would be using puttygen. So try to use puttygen and you can copy paste this information there. So this one we will see. Tomorrow class will be auto scaling. So let's not disturb tomorrow class. We need 1.5 hours for auto scaling group. So we'll see in Saturday's class this one. Okay.
Okay.